What is up, my awesome YouTubers? Coasters Beast 09 back here to give you guys another video. I know it's been a couple weeks. I apologize for that. First of all, wanted to I'm doing something new with my background. I don't know if you guys had seen it in a previous video. It doesn't look as good in the daytime. I'm going to try to do it more at night. But I have these lights up in the ceiling that I got actually from my previous job for free. And I just kind of mounted them in the ceiling, and they're just like red and spirally, and they just kind of spin around. I'm sure you can see them there. Like I said, it's more of something that's cooler at night because you don't really get the full effect of it during the daytime. So just wanted to point that out. Also, Stranger Things Season 3 poster, put it up there, got it the other day. Again, probably be better to see it at night when it's not as bright in here, but whatever, moot point. So I'm coming for you guys today to talk about a couple movies that I've gotten over the past couple weeks. These are all movies I had seen before I bought them. Most of the time I don't blind buy. I have blind bought before. I think everybody has, but most of the time, especially when it comes to like Blu-rays and whatnot, I tend to at least try to know as much as I can about a movie before I go and buy it, because I don't want to buy a movie if it's going to be complete dog shit, because then it's going to sit on my shelf. And at the very bottom of that bookshelf that you can't see, I do have a number of movies there that I don't really care for. So I try to avoid that at all costs. So most recent pickup, got this last week when it came out. Happy Death Day to You. Most of you guys probably have seen my review on my channel for this movie, or know that I've done a review for it. I absolutely love Happy Death Day to You. Obviously not as straightforward horror as the first movie. And, you know, for me, that's not a huge problem. I kept my ticket from opening night because I'm a nerd like that with movies that I love. Not as much straightforward horror, and it's more into sci-fi elements and takes you into kind of a more comedic route as well, and just kind of takes what the first one did and magnifies it by 10. And whether you like it or not, I mean, you wanted more straight slasher. There are still slasher elements in this, but this is just kind of a genre bending mixture of a movie, and I was all for it. I love this movie. This movie kicks ass. I find it better than the first one. It's just more enjoyable, and that's high praise, because I remember I was blown away when I saw the first Happy Death Day. Bought it on Blu-ray the day after I streamed it online. I didn't see it in theaters because I thought it looked stupid. One night I was bored late after work, and I was like, I'll give it a chance. Loved it. So I was all for this movie opening day. And I find this movie actually superior to the first one. The special features on it are really lacking. There's stuff on there, but they're like little snippets, like a couple minutes, and you're done. Which sucks, because I love special features myself. So, and I would have loved to know more about the production of this movie and whatnot. And it's a bummer that this movie didn't do as well as the first one did, and now a third one is not likely to, you know, wrap up this trilogy, which I'm kind of pissed about, because I think it makes perfect sense to finish this as a trilogy, especially considering this movie did $64 million worldwide on a $9 million budget. I mean, if we are talking numbers here, guys, that's like 7 times its budget. So this movie definitely was in the black. It made money. I kind of just want to see Blumhouse take a chance and finish the trilogy, whether you put it in theaters, whether it's on Netflix, VOD, whatever. I'd like to see them finish the trilogy, because I love this movie. I love both movies, and I want to see it come full circle. Also, on here there is, of course, the ultraviolet, digital code or whatever. I don't use these guys. I got a new phone too, so the quality should be a lot better, so you should be able to see this. So I am going to give out this Happy Death Day to You digital movie download code. So whoever gets it, congrats. And there you are. I know it's backwards. Work your magic. I'm sure you can figure it out. But whoever was the lucky one. And hopefully it's somebody that hasn't seen the movie and didn't want to pay to see it. So now you can watch it for free, and you tell me what you think. So happy Death Day to you. This one I got a little, I want to say April, so it was a month or so ago. Bumblebee. I've talked on my channel about how I am a big fan of the Transformers movies. Regardless of what a lot of people think or say, I know it's a lot of bombastic, noisy action with some muddled plot. Great plot ideas, but the execution wasn't always there in those movies. Take them for what you will. I love the Transformers movies. I was very excited for Bumblebee and very, very happy to own it. Bumblebee is a welcome addition to the franchise and kind of a welcome return to an origin story and bringing it on a much smaller scale. We were so used to, by the time we got to the last night, just these gigantic set pieces, these I mean, dozens and dozens of robots on screen at one time. And as cool as that is, it's also nice to kind of slow it down, make it smaller, make it more central, make it more focused, and kind of restart. So I was a big fan of Bumblebee. Cool slipcover, same art in here. Again, though, it's very different. It's very different from the Transformers movies. So hopefully if you are a fan of the approach, at least of the first Transformers movie, you'll love this one. If you're a Gen 1 Transformers fan, you'll love this one. I know a lot of you guys are movie people just like me. If you weren't a fan of those Transformers movies, I'm sure you've heard the reviews for this. Very, very glowing reviews. It's because it's a lot like what you saw when you were a kid. So check it out if you guys haven't checked it out yet. Again, here is the digital code for whoever wants it. Right there. So hopefully, again, somebody that hasn't seen it gets that and they can check this movie out. Because Bumblebee was a box office hit for its budget. And they're moving forward with the sequel, and I'm excited for it because it breathed new life into the Transformers franchise. And definitely something that we needed. I would have been cool with a straight up sequel to The Last Night. That's just me. I'm greedy, whatever. But definitely check this out if you guys haven't. Another movie that I saw, again, last year, late one night after work, streaming it online just because I was like, and I actually, shame on me, I was not interested in this movie at all when it first came out. I actually vividly remember being like, I hope that movie tanks. That's stupid. Because I thought it was a sequel to Peter Jackson's movie, which I was not a fan of. It wasn't. It's part of the Monsterverse, which I love. I have my tickets for King of the Monsters tomorrow. As soon as it drops on Thursday, I will be there. I love Godzilla. So shame on me. But I corrected it. I made up for it. I saw the movie, I loved it, and went out and bought it on Blu-ray, and that is Kong Skull Island. This movie got some cool people in the cast. You have John C. Reilly, Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, and John Goodman and Brie Larson. Not a huge fan of Brie Larson, personally. I know a lot of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I'm also not a big Marvel fan, so I didn't really know who she was going into this movie. But this movie's awesome. Just jam-packed with action. The special effects are great. The acting all around is really good. I like Samuel L. Jackson, and he made me hate him in this movie. I hated him in this movie, which, credit to his acting. John C. Reilly's great in it. I like how, for the faults of Godzilla 2014 to kick off this Monsterverse, I love that movie. I saw that 3 times in theaters. Having said that, though, I didn't need all that exposition. I know that you're reintroducing it to, an American crowd, mainstream audiences, reintroducing these monsters. So I get why they did it. But me personally, I didn't need it. I knew what I was getting into. I knew what to expect. So it was more just service to the people that didn't, and I get that. And that's where this movie did right by me, where it didn't give you a bunch of unnecessary exposition. You're 15, 20 minutes into the movie, and it's just balls to the wall for the rest of hour and a half of the movie. So really, really dig this movie a lot, guys. It was like $7 at Walmart. So, and again, digital code for Kong Skull Island. So if you guys have not seen it, or you have seen it and you like it and you want a digital code, now's your chance. Bada bing. So yeah, really, really dig this movie. Shame on me for being so against it at first, just because I was ignorant to what it actually was. So, but really dig this movie. Very excited again, like I said, for King of the Monsters tomorrow. Been waiting 5 years for that movie. I am hyped and incredibly excited for Godzilla vs. Kong next year. So, and then the last one I picked up, and this was actually an anniversary gift from my fiance, and it is quite, it's the crown jewel, of course, and that is the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch Steelbook from Shout Factory. I showed you guys the Halloween 2 one I got a month or so ago, the Shout Factory Steelbook. I needed the third one. I was gonna buy it myself. She got it for me for our anniversary, so I was like, hey, that works too. Really cool art. Actually, Myers' mask is in there on the ground, which I find that interesting. Nice little nod. But again, just like Halloween 2's Steelbook, you open it and it completes the scene. Again, you have all the masks and then you have Myers' mask. And then the inside here, great artwork with Tom Atkins. And nice little quote. Watch the magic pumpkin. Watch. Love it. And I don't think there's anything behind the disc that Tom Atkins, no, there is nothing, there's no art behind that. And it came, this was obviously on the back of it explaining the special features, but I just put it on the inside because, I don't know, I like the Steelbook in all its glory. I've talked about this Shout Factory Blu-ray before. It's the same transfer, because I obviously have that one. I just didn't have the Steelbook. The transfer is great on this, and it's loaded with special features, which I waited years and years to get with Halloween 3. So I was very stoked when that came out. So yeah, just nice little, another Steelbook, another addition to the ever-growing Halloween collection. So there we have it, guys. Just my newest pickups on Blu-ray over the past couple weeks. If you guys have any questions about any of these movies, man, feel free to ask me. If you've seen them, you want to give your comments, your thoughts, feel free. If you guys are stoked for King of the Monsters, let me know down below. I will be posting a review for King of the Monsters. If not tomorrow night when I get back, which will be very late, Friday morning before I go to work, I will have a review up within like 12 hours of seeing the movie. Well, yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, share the video with your friends, get the word out there. And I cannot wait to get back and give you guys my King of the Monsters review. So this is Coasters Arbeast 09 signing off.